So Barack Obama has a great image, and that's one of the biggest parts that got the youth to vote for him. You don't see people walking around with a T-shirt and Stephen Harper's face on it. So
actually, there were Stephen Harper's face all over anti-promulgation T-shirts as well.
There you go. Except for the ones with the X on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's to blame for youth voter apathy? Is it the politicians? Is it the consumer society? Are the politicians just not cool enough for us?
Well, I'm going to say something controversial, which is I don't think that Barack Obama solved all the problems when it comes to youth voter apathy. I think what really matters is accessibility of the electoral process. We need to make elections accessible, and we need to make getting involved accessible to young people. And I think that is the reason why young people aren't involved. And it's something that we need to change here in Canada. We don't necessarily need all politicians' faces on T-shirts, although I'm, sure a few of them
Some
would
of us to give us
appreciate it.
nightmares.
Yeah, there you go. But what we do need is we need a system that makes sense and is relevant to youth, I think.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, Barack Obama's great success wasn't because he was pretty and gave a good speech. His great success was because he managed to empower and mobilize. He managed to make people feel connected, involved, and important in the process. And he only got elected because millions of people who'd never voted before actually came out and voted. And that capacity is something we need to create in our system as a whole. And organizations like Apathy is Boring that shows young people and people of all ages, because it's not just young people who are cynical and apathetic about politics. Young people are just in a greater percentage because we're still idealistic enough to believe the world should work differently than it actually does. But every age range starts to unplug and say, you know what, I'm not going to vote because it just encourages them. We have to sort of break that down and make people feel how important they are. And that's where Obama was successful, and that's where we have to be more successful in Canada.
Yeah, I would also argue it's not just about voting, it's also about volunteering and getting involved outside of the electoral process. And what Obama did was he connected the online with the offline and got people inspired. And we need to do that not only during election time.
Right. Okay, well, thanks very much for being here.
Thank you.
Everyone, Ilona Dougherty. So, there are many different ways for citizens who care about a particular issue to improve the social welfare of our society. Our next guest is one of the pioneers from the Yellowbird Project, a non-profit organization that designs t-shirts with indie bands and donates the proceeds from the sales to charities selected by the bands. Please welcome one of the co-founders of the Yellowbird Project, Matt Stotland! So, we've heard amazing things about your organization, and you're raising awareness, you're donating money to a lot of charities for a lot of good causes like AIDS in Canada, children's diseases, and the environment, and it's a really, really cool concept. But where did you come up with the idea to use a t-shirt as your vehicle for social change?
Well, I guess it sort of goes back to how we started the project in the first place. And it was started by me and one of my really good friends from Montreal who actually now lives in London. And we always used to go to concerts. We're both huge music fans, and we always used to buy band t-shirts. And we liked the band t-shirts, but we didn't love them. So we thought, how could we make the band t-shirt better? And we said, well, why not combine charity, the bands we love, and band t-shirts? And then it sort of all just came together and made sense. So we said, let's get the bands to design these really cool t-shirts that we ourselves would love to wear. And yeah, so the t-shirt as a medium just sort of made sense to us.
And it uses art as social change, which is amazing. I think art is such a powerful tool to really make a difference.
Definitely. What has been your greatest success so far with the Yellowbird Project?
I think everything, just growing from a company that my friend and I started, and we had no really idea of where it would go. And I used to mail the t-shirts out of my basement, and it was I used to do the website, we used to do all the graphic work, and now we sort of like expanded as an organization. We have a company who does the shipping for us, so I don't need to literally pack every order. And just that we're broadening our scope, more bands are sort of coming to us now and saying, we've heard of the Yellowbird Project, we want to get involved, we want to do a t-shirt. Color and Book's been a massive success, so yeah.
Wow, good job, you're doing a really cool job.
Thank you.
Matt Stotland, everyone. From the animals? Let's get them back.
Thank you.